Claire Miller was the heart of Maplewood, reliable, gentle, and deeply loved by her patients at Maplewood General Hospital. At 32, she had built a quiet, predictable life, the kind everyone in a small town admired. So when her Subaru was found abandoned on the side of Old Hollow Road with no sign of her anywhere, the town spiraled into fear and disbelief. Claire wasn't someone who skipped work, ignored calls, or vanished without saying a word. Her disappearance cracked the sense of safety Maplewood had always taken for granted. Detective Sam Carter, who knew Claire personally from years in the community, immediately sensed the case would not be a simple one. As Carter began peeling back the layers of Claire's life, he discovered the first shocking revelation. Claire had been dating Robert "Bobby" Turner, a seemingly kind local mechanic with a carefully hidden history of violence. 2 assault charges, one involving a former girlfriend, had been buried deep, sealed away, and never spoken of. Claire had kept this part of her boyfriend's past hidden from everyone. Then came the second revelation. Claire had been seeing another man in secret, someone outside the town. She had confessed to a friend she was planning to leave Bobby and start fresh, terrified of how he'd react once he learned the truth. The calm surface of her life had been masking deep emotional turmoil and fear. At first, Bobby seemed like the obvious suspect. Violent history, shaky alibi, strong motive. But before Carter could arrest him, the case twisted. A phone call from Claire's phone at 3:15 a.m., an hour after neighbors heard shouting and a thud, was traced not to Bobby, but to a burner phone owned by Jared Lane, a contractor Claire had hired months earlier. Jared had never been mentioned by any of Claire's friends. His alibi fell apart immediately, and phone records revealed frequent, secretive calls between him and Claire before she vanished. A deeper background check on Jared revealed a disturbing pattern, a history of controlling, obsessive behavior and stalking. His ex-wife described him as unpredictable and dangerous, someone who unraveled when rejected. Suddenly, Jared, not Bobby, became the center of the investigation. Carter assembled the timeline. Claire had tried to end both relationships, her failing one with Bobby and her secret, emotionally tangled one with Jared. Jared hadn't accepted the breakup. He had begun stalking her, calling her incessantly, and showing up unannounced. Claire had been planning to break ties completely on the night she vanished. To Jared, rejection was unbearable. The evidence pointed to one explosive conclusion. Claire had confronted Jared that night, tried to sever the relationship, and he snapped. When Jared was confronted with the evidence, his facade cracked. His confession was chillingly emotionless. He admitted to confronting Claire, overpowering her, and taking her to an abandoned cabin outside Maplewood, where she died alone in the dark. The discovery of Claire's body shattered the town's remaining hope. Bobby, though innocent of the crime itself, was left devastated. His possessive tendencies had pushed Claire into secrecy and fear. Jared, the seemingly harmless handyman, had been the true predator lurking in the background. Detective Carter solved the case, but at a heavy personal cost. He struggled with the realization that beneath Maplewood's small-town charm, dangerous secrets had taken root, and Claire had been trapped in the middle of them. The town would forever remember her disappearance as a painful reminder. Sometimes the gravest danger isn't a stranger on a dark road, but the people we think we already know.